that's why I don't think green beans on pizza is good for the economy. Anyways, with tonight's news out of the week, I have 3 important guests from West and Newegg here today. First of which is the great Gatsby himself. How you doing, Gatsby?
I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to your show with sport.
You've had an exciting life as an adult. But how has growing up poor affected your self-worth today?
Growing up poor made me feel worthless. It was a hard feeling to shed. And sometimes I still don't feel like I'm enough. And I still try to prove myself to others.
That's very interesting. Do you miss your old life at all?
No, not really. Being rich allows me to be closer to my dreams, being closer to Daisy, and I'm able to throw these magnificent parties.
Speaking of being rich, how many cars do you own?
I currently own 2 cars.
Now that you live in West Egg, how do you feel about people living in the East Egg?
I think that the people in the East Egg don't deserve their money. It's all old money. However, on the other hand, I worked very hard to be where I am today in West Egg, and I have a lot of new money.
There's a lot of rumors floating around you and your history. How do you feel about these rumors?
I really don't mind them. It's not like these rumors are going to deter people from going to my party or make me less money.
You seem to have a fondness for Daisy. What's so special about her?
Daisy's my dream gal. My description of her is, she has a voice full of money. And she lives the life that I've always wanted. I love her.
But if Daisy's married, why do you pursue your love for her?
Daisy and I have known each other since we were very young. I have a stronger bond with her than she does with her new husband. One day she will see that everything I have done in life was for her.
I'm not sure if you can have in person, but you sure can have a pizza. Speaking of which, what's that rumor of you liking pineapple on pizza, huh?
Well, sport, actually, that one is true.
Get out.
I do.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Leave. 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 I don't want to see you anymore. Get out. Our next guest today is Daisy. Come on over to me. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
What? You look very fancy. Let's jump right into this. What's your opinion of Gatsby?
I think he's pretty nice. It's been a long time since we met, and it's really nice to be able to finally catch up.
Does Gatsby feel different to you than before the war?
I'm not sure. It seems like the good old charming Gatsby to me.
I heard Gatsby has a house near you. How's that?
You know, despite being there for so long, I'm surprised I never noticed it there. But it's really nice to have friends nearby.
Do you have any suspicions of why he picked that location?
I think it's a nice location. It's really pretty near the Gulf, and it's really pretty for all those magnificent parties he has.
I heard you and Gatsby used to be together, but you decided not to be with him after he went after the war, and instead you found somebody else to be with. What made you decide not to be with him? I needed somebody who was able to provide for me and my luxurious lifestyle. And since Gatsby wasn't able to provide at the time, I found my new husband, Tom. Do you still love Tom? Of course I love him. I mean, he's not perfect and sometimes he acts suspicious, but he's a good fit for me. Are you aware of what your husband's doing behind your back? My Tom? No, we're a great pair. We look good together. Everything in our relationship is fine. I know sometimes he can make a fool of himself, but at the end of the day, he still loves me. A fool, huh? What do you value more? Wealth or love? And why? Love is nice, but money makes everything better. Love comes and goes in life, but with money I can buy stuff that makes me happy. To each their own. Alright, thanks for coming with us, Daisy. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Our next guest for the evening is Nick Carraway. Hey! Thanks for inviting me to the show. How are you? Knowing about you and your experiences, I'm curious. Does the wealth of the people that surround you make you feel jealous? Not really, I guess not. I'm kind of used to being around rich people. A lot of my family is rich from old money, but I see all these rich people around me, but rarely ever see them happy. I'm not quite sure if being rich necessarily correlates with being happy. But being happy is definitely more important. That's nice, but knowing Daisy's your cousin, don't you feel a little used when Gatsby asked you to invite Daisy over for tea? I felt like I was Gatsby's cousin, but I think he became close to me and buttered me up for the past couple days in order to get me to ask Daisy out for tea. Wait, how do you know that? Why do you think Gatsby throws these extravagant parties the way he does? I think it's to make him the talk of the town. He wants Daisy to notice his wealth and his magnificent parties, and to maybe reconsider being with Tom. How has your experience in East and West Egg changed you? I learned a lot from my time in East Egg and West Egg. I learned about rich people's daily lives and how they like to show off their money. But I also learned that wealth doesn't solve every problem. People might still be depressed or unhappy with their marriage. And it just makes me feel like no matter who you are or how rich you are, you're always going to run into issues with life. But peanut M&Ms or regular M&Ms? Oh, definitely plain M&Ms. Wait, why would you ask me that? I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Don't invite me again. Well, that's all I had planned for the show. Join me next week when I interview the cast of Gilligan's Island.